Okay, this is me before, so you can see
Not
my
bad.
my eyebrows. Well, this is after I've been on a detox, a clean detox
Very
for
good.
28 days.
Oh my goodness.
So my skin's a lot better. But this is what I look like. We're going to be, can you see the eyebrows? And right here, and we're going to, Lauren's going to go through. Now, Lauren, can you talk about what you look for in an eyebrow, how you do, and how you do what you do?
I think one of the misconceptions about brows is that you go into a place and they're going to give you a specific shape, and they're going to give everybody the same shape. So what we do a little bit different here is that we actually look at what your brow shape naturally is supposed to be. So I don't get to create your brow shape for you. I look at your shape, and your shape guides me to perfection. Unfortunately, we're born with a lack of symmetry in our brows. As they grow in, one might get a little bit thicker, one might feel a little bit lower. They might all get long and kind of feel a little heavy on your face. Do you want me to?
You can talk. Yeah, no, you can talk to the camera.
I'm so used to talking to you because I'm looking and analyzing. That's fine. So basically, your brows can get heavy. They can grow down into your eye. Everybody kind of wants to get an eye lift at a certain age, and I urge you to try precision brow shaping before you actually go under the knife. It can do a lot in a very short period. It's just a half-hour appointment, and like I said, we custom create the brow shape geared towards your natural brow. I don't just go in and create whatever I feel like. So I always start, just clip your hair back a little bit so I can see, and I have you look nice and straight. And we start by brushing the brows up and out of your eye. I think another common misconception, you've got all this length up here that makes them feel a little bit wild or unruly, and so the instinct is to brush them down and to the side so that they don't feel quite so crazy up at the top. And for me, as I'm grooming them, I always want to brush them up and out of your eye. So as you see me brushing them up, we're going to do some things where I have Betsy look in the mirror and see just the impact of brushing them up, how much higher that side gets. It gives you more volume because the length actually supports the thickness, okay? If I were to leave them that way, though, it would feel like the ends were unfinished. So we're going to go back in and address that later. But it just gives me a really good stepping off point to see the lines at the perimeter of the brow and where I need to go in and clean them up. It also allows me to start seeing where you might have any holes or gaps. And I feel as though if you've waxed over time, they definitely start to whittle away smaller and smaller and smaller at each waxing appointment. It's a very difficult medium to work with and get precision. If you grab one wrong hair, you just kind of have to go with it. And then over time, they have to equal out those hairs that leave, and they get thinner and thinner. And I see it time and time again. They get a little too short in the middle part and on the ends. And perhaps somebody has waxed a little bit of a gap under here in the efforts to create a higher arch, and your arch is actually at the top part of your brow. So I'm going to go into it right now and just kind of start to whittle away at the bottom line, hairs that aren't really doing anything for you. They're just extra regrowth, and we want to create a nice, crisp, clean, perfectly straight line along the bottom half of your brow. Played with, but I feel with everything that I do that there's a definite formula for success, and things that I've used in steps that haven't changed over almost 10 years of doing this. And then there's fun things that you can add. So I'm definitely at Sarra about a philosophy, a definite set of steps and textures that work and are proven, and educating women on how to do these exact steps, so it kind of takes the mystery out of doing your makeup and searching for that perfect place to go, and always at a different makeup counter. So we're looking for the formula, and then you can always tweak and enhance the formula as you get bored and want to try new things. But the foundation and the beginning steps stay the same. And the beginning step, I think, to looking good is having great brows, or achieving your full brow potential. So yours are super easy, which is a great thing, and you probably didn't even know it. And I'm just going to go in and just find my lines and keep making them as straight as possible, starting at this end and working my way over, never taking a hair unless there's another hair next to it and another hair next to it. As we go, you'll see it become straighter and less gappy. So as soon as I get that lower line really cleaned up and I've brushed them up straight, I'm going to start with the trimming. And the trimming is key. I think there's a little bit of an old school theory. I'm just going to have you uncross your legs so I can get right around you. There's a little bit of a theory that I think went through esthetician school way back in the day, and it's really stuck, is that you're not supposed to touch the top part of your brow. And I don't understand. I think that was a waxing thing. I think it's really difficult to wax the top line because you would inevitably grab the length of hairs from the middle and pull them out. Sense. And when it comes to precision tweezing, there's nothing that I could do to make them perfect without touching this top line as well. So we're making the bottom line and the top line of the brow perfect. So when you come to trimming, you've got to brush up as far as you can. Sometimes I'll even hold the brow groomer up there so that I know they're about as far up as I can get them. And I'm so minutely just snipping off the ends.
So like a
haircut, like a precision haircut. Like every hair is going to be the same length, sweeping across that arch. And you'll notice right away as you get into it, certain hairs will stick out that have a lot of length and bulk, and other hairs will be just perfect and you'll move right on. But the holding of them straight up, if you were to try to take the brow scissors and cut into your brows at home, and if you didn't brush them up, you would inevitably cut down into the shape. They would collapse a little bit and overall look thinner. Especially as you get to these ends where we've got less hair to work with, I hold it down straight and I make sure I'm only taking 1 millimeter. It's always easy to go back and take more. I'd rather you err on the side of being very conservative in between brow appointments. And we're just following that top line. A lot of it is seeing the lines, understanding the lines, and then following them. And once that line becomes clear to you, you have such a better understanding of what your brows are supposed to look like. Looks good. You were too easy.
Next time I'll bring something really hard.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we get all day long. We get really hard, believe me. So it's nice to have somebody who their brow can be done in 5 minutes versus 45 minutes. Yeah. So, but if you had a naturally thin brow, that would be your brow. So I can't.
Yeah, you're not going to be like painting brows on.
No. I mean, we do, like if somebody came in and has a really full, thick brow and they feel like, you know, their personal preference, like someone wanting to wear red lipstick versus a neutral, if they want their brow to be thinner and they ask me and we discuss the options about it, I, of course, can achieve that for them. But I always urge people to live with their perfect true brow before we do anything else.
It's TheBetsy. I'm back. Lauren's done my makeup. You can see it. I feel gorgeous. I know I look gorgeous, and that gives me really a lot of confidence. So thank you, Lauren. And you can see my eyebrows. I hope you can zero in on them.
You look like Cindy Crawford right now.
I look like Cindy Crawford. I'm never leaving this store. So you can see what she does. She has a great program here. You can come in for the precision eyebrow shaping and
You're
the makeup.
Such a good student.
And the makeup, and she does a great job showing you. I mean, I've been here probably over 2 hours,
yeah.
2.5 hours, almost 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, learning all about how to make this look, and she is very good about teaching you each step. So I have to say, come and visit. She's awesome. Her team is awesome, and click to the links, and I'll show you. I'll drop the breadcrumbs to get you here.